Hey guys, well in this video we're going to be opening up and installing the rough country floor mats that'll fit this Silverado pickup. So we're going to be unboxing them and giving you our review right after this. Hey guys, Alex here with All Frame Racing, and today we're going to be unboxing and testing the fit of our new rough country floor mats for our Silverado pickup. So it arrived in a very large box here we have sitting here near our trailer. So we're going to go ahead and actually unbox this and pull these mats out. So the kit that we purchased actually came with 3 pieces. It comes with the driver's side floor mat, the passenger side floor mat, and then the big one here is for our entire back seat area. So the back seats of our Silverado actually fold up, and then this mat is supposed to fit across the entire floor to protect both the area where your feet are and the area where you might put your cargo. So we're going to go ahead and pull them out of the bag here and see exactly what we have. So now we've got them opened up. This is the driver's side floor pan protector, and then here is the passenger side. As you can see, they've got taller sides, and you can see where they've also will form to the contour of different areas again at the base of the seat, as well as along the tunnel there for the drive shaft and transmission, and then other features that you have as well. And nice tall sides, so that way if your boots and shoes and other things slide around as you're driving or as you're getting in and out of the vehicle, it'll also keep from tearing up the sides of your flooring. Same story on the driver's side. You can also see where there's different valleys in here, so that way the like any dirt, stones, debris, mud, snow, whatever can collect there, and you still have areas with traction. Unfortunately for us, the vinyl flooring in our truck does not have this tab, so we can't unfortunately use the tab that would be present in a carpeted version of our Silverado, but it still comes molded in the same, so we may have to look into some kind of an aftermarket cleat or an extra hook that you can get to keep this thing from moving. We'll try it out without first, just to show you guys how well it fits without movement, but in a continuous improvement we'll probably and most likely be adding some kind of a hook to keep this from sliding towards the pedals. Material wise, it is seems reasonably thick. It looks to be about 1/8 of an inch thick, and it's kind of a rubbery plastic feel. I would say it's more plastic than rubber, but it does have some rubber qualities in the way that it flexes. So I think that aspect will make it so it is very much, you know, settling into the space over time. So that's the rubberized aspect, but then the plastic aspect will keep it to hold its shape in form, and they boast about being able to remove this to clean off mud, snow, and other things that would collect in here, and then simply placing these mats back in your truck. So again, nicely formed. You can see where it's molded to fit the contours of the floor. But let's go ahead and test the fitment. So as you can see on the floor of the driver's side here, we do have some wear from the previous owner of this truck not using proper floor mats, and this is ultimately the reason why we're going with something that we think will be much more rugged and user-friendly for what we need it to do. But the other thing is, you can see that it is in fact vinyl and not carpeting. So the carpet is even more susceptible to collecting moisture and having issues. The vinyl is definitely good for construction and contractor applications, and in our case this is a work truck, so it's going to be perfect. However, it doesn't offer much for grip. As you can see on the bottom of this floor mat, it's really nice and flat. There's no little nubs and different things that stick down to try to grip onto the floor. So I am a little concerned about how well this is going to slide in. But let's go ahead and just take this and sit it into place. I'm going to slide it up underneath the pedals first, and then lower the back into place. Looks like it slides in pretty good, and again, pretty good tight clearance in the different areas. It does have a little bit of a settling issue here where there's a bit of a bubble. You can see when I push, it does kind of flex down. So this whole thing is kind of sprung up in the middle. But as far as how it fits in the rest of the spaces, you can see it fits real nice along here. It does sink into this area around the seat. Again, kind of fits into place. It would be good if we had a hook here. I think it would make life a lot easier as far as making sure that it is in fact in the position that the designers intended. But you can see it does conform around in different areas of the floor, and it stays out of the way of the pedals. As far as movement, I do have a fair bit of movement, but maybe it's not a fair judge just at the moment because it is just firstly installed coming out of the box, so it hasn't had a chance to settle at all. So we'll let it sit here for a good week or two as we use the truck, and hopefully it'll settle and not move as much. But again, an improvement, if it continues to move, you can buy aftermarket hooks that you can actually put in here and then fasten to a firm bolt to say what mounts the seat or something else to keep this from moving, or different double-sided tape applicators and different things like that. Let's go ahead and try the passenger side. Okay, same story on this side. We got the same vinyl flooring and we got the floor mat, so let's go ahead and we're gonna just sit it in front side forward first and then watching it just drop into place. So looks again like it conforms pretty well to the features. It does have that same bubbling where it wants to push down. Hopefully this shows up in video. You can see me pushing down and it flexes back up. Again, I think just over time it will settle into place. There is some bunching on our vinyl flooring, which probably isn't helping us. It was like that when we bought the truck, so we'll see if we can, tighten that. But again, fitment. It does go around all the contours and all the different features that are here on the floor, and it does sit into place, and it appears to be relatively solid. It does kind of slide a little bit, but having these tall sides that are pretty tightly formed against the walls does keep it in place. So I'd have to say it does in fact fit, and it looks like it'll work well in this application. Again, long term, we'll know how well this wants to fit and keep in place, but for now, it looks like it'll work. So let's go on to the back seat. Now the pad for the back seat's going to be a lot more tricky, and I think it's going to take some time to settle out because this one came folded in the box. So it obviously was not fully laying flat. It's been kind of crinkled and creased from being in that packaging for who knows how long, and folded. So I think when we lay it out, it's going to be, a little rough. It's not going to be laying super flat, but let's go ahead and lay it in just the same. So now I am without help today filming, so unfortunately I'm doing this all myself, so I couldn't film it at the same time. But we went ahead and did it the same way. We slid the front end in, and then we laid the rest of it down, lining it up as well as we could to the contours. A lot of unsettling going on here, guys. So we got a lot of places where the material of this mat is popping up. It does in fact fit into all the areas. It does fit around all the contours that we expect. However, it does have some springiness, as you can see here and here. But again, I think as time goes on, as this just sits back here, being out of the box, laying flat, I think it'll work out much better. Probably could have been a little bit more prepped for this video by simply pulling these things out of the package and letting them rest flat first before installing. So something to keep in mind if you guys want to do that, if you don't have the time to let it just sit in the vehicle and you need it to be ready to go as soon as you put it in, maybe pull it out on the shop floor and let it sit for a couple days. Again, overall fitment, it seems to all line up pretty well. The contours line up really good. A few little areas like in here where it wants to spring up, and I think there's definitely some means to want to maybe tuck this in underneath some of these panels once I'm done filming here. But just again, initial impressions, the fitment is good. It does cover the entire backseat area as we had wanted and hoped for. So we got protection from feet, as well as protection against any toolboxes and different things that we might lay in the backseat area here. So again, I think overall it's positive. We'll see how well this decides to settle after a little bit of time, but initial fitment looks good. So there you go, guys. There is our unboxing and first impressions of our rough country floor mats that we just purchased for our new Silverado. They offer a lot of different fitments for a lot of different vehicles, so definitely make sure to check out their site and Amazon to see if they have one that is offered for you. I will provide a link in the description below for this product and similar products from Rough Country, so you guys can check it out for yourselves. Definitely make sure to read the reviews both on buy-sell sites like Amazon as well as their direct site, and do your own research. But compared to some of the other brands that are out there that you can buy and spend more money on, I thought this was a pretty good buy overall, and I'm looking forward to seeing how well these will work long term. So hopefully we'll have a new video for you guys here in a couple months as we use these more and test them out and maybe give a little bit more of a in-depth review of how well they've held up long term. But as far as unboxing and first impressions, here are the rough country floor mats. So if you guys like this video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you've not already done so. As always, we hope that you guys have a great day, and until the next video, we'll talk to you later, guys.